Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Carl's Conversations, a safe place to have difficult conversations. I thank God because tonight we're not going to have a difficult conversation, but it's one that needs to be had. I have some gentlemen with me this evening from a local organization that are doing some tremendous things with our youth and young adults. I am godly proud of these gentlemen. I just met them a few minutes ago, but one day last week, I was introduced to their organization and to the things that they are doing. And I started reading up and becoming familiar. And I'm very happy that they're here with us this evening. So, listen, I'm going to ask you, for those of you who are on with us, please go ahead and begin to share this to your social media platforms. Let somebody know, call your family and friends, tell them Carl's Conversations is on. And we're here with Cali Elite, and these young brothers are going to tell you something about what they do. Well, I think that they're young. They look young, but I didn't ask nobody what their date of birth was. So we will see. So I want you to take a moment to just let your family and friends know that Carl's Conversations is on. We're back. It's been a while. I know that it's been a while, but we're back. And we know that those of you who are not catching it live will absolutely catch it on the replay. But now that we've done the introduction, Cali Elite Athletics or Cali Elite, they're here with us. We have Jeff, Daniel, and Dwayne with us. And y'all, we're going to work with Dwayne because he's riding in his car. But that brother wanted to make sure that we got this information so bad he wasn't going to let the traffic on 95 mess him up. And anybody who lives in the DMV, you know how difficult this traffic can be. And this traffic does not need rhyme nor reason. It can just be bad just because. And so we understand. We thank you, Dwayne, for your effort to be here, even if you have to sit in traffic. Well, brothers, I want y'all to open your mics and introduce yourselves to the audience. Let them know who you are and let us know something about your organization.
Well, I guess I'll start since I guess I'm the brains of the operation. I would say. My name is Jeff Legree. I'm a California native, Army combat veteran, of course. I got another Army fellow here, and then Dwayne is a Marine. Yeah, I don't know where we found him at. I'm just messing. It's my neighbor. Love him to death. But honestly, Cali Elite was I want to take out the athletics part. There's no athletics. That's why I left the athletic part out of it. Because we're not just focusing on athletics. It's about giving back to the youth in the community. Now, students and athletes. Students can vary between, young students to young adults. Everybody's a student in life. We even got, 60, 70, 80-year-olds finishing college. They're considered students. So I just say students and athletes because mentorship, growing up, I didn't have that guidance, but, I was an elite player in the Fairfield area growing up. But I had a great coaching staff, but I didn't have anybody to guide me too much off the court, and I figured that was real important because, my attitude was very bad back in the day, I should say. But, if I had somebody there to push me off the court, like a big brother or a mentor, I probably would be further in my career than what I went to. I played college ball at Shaw University, HBCU, of course. I love that route. I'm glad I took it. But I just want to just give back, just something I didn't have. Of course, again, I want to just give back to these youth so they understand that there is somebody behind them. So just in case, you have a bad game, you don't have to go kick over a water jug. You can go sit down and just realize, okay, I made some mistakes. How can I fix it? And we're here to help you cope with everything. That's why I decided to just focus mainly to give back to students and athletes, and then teach them off the court about their different resiliency, which he masters that, and Dwayne has his parts of doing things. So that pretty much sums up the deal of why I started this group. And again, I'm thankful. So, and I will pass the mic to Daniel here.
Good evening. Thank you for your time, Carl. Really appreciate it. Yes, this started off as Jeff's dream. He's been working on it. He's actually been, executing these clinics and skills practices out of his garage with the neighborhood kids, giving them a place to come every day at 4:30 to work out, work on their basketball skills, work on their football skills, any type of athletics athletic things that they wanted to pursue, while also providing that mentorship through those workouts and through those skills practices. He asked me and Dwayne if we wanted to join in his dream, because I have a background in mentoring. I've been in the Army for 19 years this past week, and I came from a small town in California, in a single parent household. And so growing up from humble beginnings, I learned that I had to appreciate everything that was given to me. So I don't have a lot of wants and desires. I appreciate the things that I receive, and having that perspective in life has allowed me to be more successful and be the recipient of fruitful things given to me, because I appreciate what I got instead of seeking more through unappreciation. And so with that, after I joined the Army, I began mentoring with a national nonprofit organization called TAPS, which is the Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors. And in that program, I was a mentor in their youth program side for the Gold Star children, which are the surviving family members for fallen service members. And so I've been doing that since 2012, and I gathered some skills from that and understood how to teach coping mechanisms to the children, and not just the children that I work with, but also their families, because it's important for the youth to understand, coping mechanisms for the different challenges that they're going to go through in life, but also for their parents and their guardians to understand what they're going through, so that when they get home, there's synchronization. And then I also am a master resilience trainer in the military. And so for me, my focal points are social psychology and resilience. Today's world is so consumed with social activities, social acceptance, and the children now have to deal with that a lot more than they did when we were kids. When we were kids, we dealt with the kids in our neighborhood. We dealt with the kids at school. Now people are being bullied online from across the world. People are being bullied from people they've never even met. And so having that mass influx of social influence, it's important to understand the psychology that goes behind that. So for me, what I like to focus on with the youth is being able to talk to them and give them a safe space to express, how they're feeling and what they're thinking, and then ask the appropriate probing questions that gets their mind working. But the first thing that we have to be able to do is create a safe zone. And these are some of the skills that I learned from being a mentor at TAPS and being a master resilience trainer in the military. When you create that safe zone for, anybody, but specifically with the youth, and they say, hey, this person cares, that provides an opportunity for them to say, I can open up and I can let my walls down. Because most of the time they're running around guarded because of the social influence that's around them that continually keeps them, on their toes or defensive. So that social psychology, I think, is important. And then the resilience to face the challenges that comes from this social world that we're in now. A person needs to be able to attempt something, and if they fail, not think this is the end of the world. Failure is okay. It matters what you do after you fail. Do you get back up? Do you try again? What are your thoughts that you have in that moment when your team loses the game, when you don't get the A on the test, if you have to go to summer school? There's so many things that our youth are going through these days. And while they're so much more in touch with their emotions, are they actually receiving the tools to deal with them, or how to interpret them or understand them, or even the outlet to speak to other people about them so that they can learn how to deal with them? So that's kind of my background. That's where I seek to focus within Cali Elite as a mentor in the program. And with that being said, I will turn it over to Dwayne.
All right. Thank you, brothers.
Hello, everyone. First, let me apologize. I was in traffic coming home from work. So I'm in the car right now, but I didn't want to miss this opportunity to speak with you all today. So I definitely appreciate this platform. Carl, thank you very much. So my background, just like Jeff and Daniel, grew up in a single-parent household, and in a time where I didn't have any male role models in my life to kind of guide me in the right direction. My mother was an outstanding woman. My mom and dad divorced when I was 2, and my dad was in the Army. And just not having that father figure in my life, I was looking for mentors through rap music. And back in my day, Snoop and Dre was very popular. When they came out, you had the whole NWA movement, Snoop and Dre, the gangster movement, and I idolized that culture. And I wanted to be a gangster, and I wanted to be a gang member. But it was something on the inside of me that said, hey, you know what? That's not really you. And the aspect of going to jail wasn't appealing to me. So it kept me from doing a lot of things. But a lot of these kids out here who are just like me when I was younger, they might not have that inner that inner dissonance that tells them, hey, this is not the lifestyle for you. They may get involved with the wrong people who will encourage them to do the wrong things, and then they find themselves in prison regretting their decisions. So what I would like to do is just intervene in the lives of kids before they even end up in the criminal justice system. And it's all about showing kids that you care about them, that you care about their well-being, that you care about their success, and just investing time. And one of the things that Jeff always says to his student athletes is that the best thing you can give somebody is time. And we want to give our time back to the community, back to the kids, to let them know, hey, we've been there. We have some of the same struggles when we were kids that you're having now. We made it out. By the grace of God, we made it to be successful young black men. And we want those kids to see us and say, you know what, if they can do it, we can do it too. So we're role models in the community so that kids can emulate us and say, you know what, I like what Dwayne said, I like what Jeff said, I like what Daniel said, and it really impacted my life to the point where I want to change my life and go down a different path on a different trajectory. And I've been mentoring kids for a while, but it first started when I was in the military and just having these young Marines that didn't have life skills, and I was able to be a mentor to those young Marines, to teach them about financial management, to teach them how to do their laundry, teach them how to cook, teach them about parenting. I'm a father of 3 myself, and just, being that mentor to them really had a pulling on my heart to not just take it from the military standpoint, but to branch it out. So I branched it out from the military, and I started mentoring kids in the local neighborhood when I was stationed in North Carolina. And, Jeff brought me in, brought Daniels in, and he's been mentoring my son through the sports mentorship. And I think this is a really good program because it's not just mentorship for athletes. It's mentorship for athletes and everyone else who wants to be a part of the program. I'm not athletic myself, so I can't tell you about sports, but I can tell you about my trials and tribulations and how I overcame those things. And hopefully that will impact the next generation to do better in life.
Well, I think that all of you gentlemen are amazing. And there are some things that I'm picking up just from the introductions. Here it is that we have 3 black men who came from single family homes. All of you have a military background. And for people who have never really done community work, especially with young people, you have to want to do this. There is not a lot of spotlight. There definitely is not a lot of money. You have to willingly want to volunteer your time and effort. It is truly a labor of love. And so I want to applaud you, brothers, for coming from what you came from. And we know what the statistics look like for men who come from your background. Nationally, the statistics are not very good. And the fact that you are here and are becoming to other people what maybe nobody was to you, I think it's a tremendous credit to your own character and whoever it was that stepped in and stepped up to mentor you. And so I want to applaud you, congratulate you, and thank you for what you're doing. Now, I'm hearing athletics, I'm hearing mentoring, and I'm hearing mental health. And so if I'm a young person and I say I live in Orange County, Caroline County, Spotsylvania, Stafford, Prince William, and I'm watching this, and I want to get involved, but maybe I don't have transportation, or maybe I got a lot of things going on. How do I reach out to you guys, and how do I get involved in your program?
I can answer that. We have various platforms, as you can see, probably on the bottom of the screen if somebody's watching. You can message us through Facebook and just search in Cali Elite. Of course, if you look at the reviews on there, I'm very responsive. I got my alerts on loud when it comes from Cali Elite. I can be messaged through Instagram, as you can see, Cali Elite Training, if you're trying to get involved through that process. Most importantly, the email address is CaliEliteInc@gmail.com. You can send a response there, and I give out my personal cell. Just don't call me after 10 p.m. I have a cutoff, but you can contact me at 540-310-8377. Again, that's 540-310-8377. And like I said, I'll answer the calls, and then they can tell you as soon as I hear something, the group chat ringing between us two. What I'm saying? 12, 1, 2 in the morning, if we up, we answering. So we will make it happen. We'll set you up, even if it's a Zoom meeting or a FaceTime meeting, we'll figure it out. I mean, like I tell you, I'm mobile. If it fits the schedule, I'll come out there and speak to you personally. I'll drive out there. I'll have training with you in your driveway just to mentor you if you want to get down and do some push-ups to realize you jacked up somewhere. I'm saying? I like to do push-ups when you mess up. I guess after about 50 push-ups, I think everybody get that. I say they get straight. They don't want to do no more push-ups. So, but yeah, just reach me anytime. Like I said, I'm very responsive. If I'm up, if I'm active, I'm gonna respond back to you as soon as possible. And that's pretty much how you get in contact with us all.
Oh, that is awesome. So for those of you who are watching, even those of you who will catch this on a replay, as you can see scrolling at the bottom of your screen is the website for Cali Elite. There is the email for Cali Elite, and there is also the contact by IG. And Jeff has given out his phone number, and I have it posted right here. He says you can call him, but don't call him after 10 p.m. now. Come on now. You're going to do some push-ups. This is great. Do you guys have a system where if somebody does not have transportation and they want to get to wherever you are for your events? I want to talk about some of your events there. I know that you guys do put on events. You could tell us a little bit about that, and maybe you have something upcoming, something that the people can look forward to.
Got you. Well, I know, for instance, right now, since we're just starting, we finally put it on paper, I would say September 29th. So honestly, we're actually brainstorming and bringing things together, heading into, I would say, the start of the end of, I would say end of February, March timeframe, where we're understanding where, AAU season's coming around. And then that's where kind of a lot of the students come and I interact with, and we're going to send them through the mentorship program. So we're actually right now building a calendar for mentorship classes of what we plan on do each month, and we're actually working with figure out where we're going to host these classes. I was just speaking with Miss Chantel. She's with another part of the organization. Gary Hollins is a great guy. I met them last week, and I've been associating with a lot of networking through them. So she wants to network with us as well, because she works with the young adults and the students and, at-risk students. So we're actually, when he gets back off his trip here, we have a little meeting here of setting up some scheduled events. But all events will be posted to the actual Cali Elite website. And you even on the Facebook, you'll see it. I'm very active on there. So you'll see all the flyers, events posted on there. If you have any questions, you can also email. That's, of course, again, I put my number up there. You can give me a call. But if you want to get active, you just have to reach out. You can't call me the morning of an event and be like, hey, I can't make it. How can I get there? It doesn't work like that. And again, that's where we try to teach time management. Backwards plan is what Daniel calls it here. If your parents have to work on Saturday when we're hosting an event, you call me Thursday or Friday. Hey, coach, I can't make it. Because my mom has to be to work at 9, but I really want to be there. My parents wants to be there. Well, if you contact me 24 hours, I done went out and got me a used vehicle. I call it my mobile mobile. It got my advertisement and everything on there. I come get you. If I can fit you in my car, you in there. You know, that's how it works, because I want everybody to interact and, you know, get out and enjoy each other. Again, you know what I'm saying? Interacting around other people will make your day sometimes. You know, getting out, smile. You could be having the worst of the worst week, but getting out, smiling, seeing Daniel, seeing Dwayne, seeing other kids, even, you know, laughing and joke with me. Even like me, you'll get to know me because I like to make kids do push-ups when they don't listen. You know what I'm saying? Or you sit in the front leading rest. And after a while, I think they start to get it together. Like, just for instance, last week I had a skills clinic at the Fredericksburg Fieldhouse. And, you know, I like to teach the fundamentals. And that's why I like these two, because they stick to the basics. And so you got a lot of, you know, I don't badmouth a lot of coaches and trainers out there, because they're all my brothers and sisters out there in this world. And we all do what we do to help the youth. But again, a lot of advancement is taught, but the basics is overskipped, you know. And we did a basic layup drill for an hour because we couldn't make 25 layups in a row. And they were getting upset. So after about 3 misses, you give me some push-ups. After about the next 3 misses, you're going to run his line in a certain time. If not, my shoulders hurt. I can't get the ball up. Well, you better focus. That means it's time for you to sit back, relax, and focus to understand, okay, I need to regroup myself and make this layup so I can get to 25, so I ain't got to keep doing push-ups. So we're going to stick to the basics, and we're going to make it happen. So again, the basic thing is backwards planning. So if you're trying to get there, you let us know and we'll figure it out.
I am loving what I'm hearing, because it sounds like you guys, I mean, when I say grassroots, you said teaching these youngsters time management. Yes. You know, and I heard somebody earlier say something about life skills. I think that was Dwayne. I was an Army NCO also. So I was shocked. That's right, Hook. Yeah. I was shocked when I discovered that there were people at my age group that didn't know how to make their bed, didn't know how to balance a checkbook. Like one brother asked me, man, how did you get your white stuff so white? Bleach. And he gave me the deer in the headlights look. And that meant, I don't know what that means, right? So, and this is not to put people down. This is to say people come from different situations. Exactly. And common sense is only common to those who were raised in the same culture and environment like you. Exactly. But common sense is not so common when we don't have things in common. And I'm loving that you guys are recognizing that these young people need this type of, you know, real basics and even making them mad doing that layup drill. You know what? Teamwork make the dream work. Yes. And, you know, focus and let's get it together, because that's life. Now, this is what I want to ask you, because I'm sure there's someone out in the audience, and to them, you guys look so far off. Oh, my God, you started this organization. And we were talking off camera. I believe you guys did say you were nonprofit. So I believe you already went through the 501c3. Yes. And so for the people who are sitting around who have these great ideas, but it looks to them so difficult to get it started, I would like for y'all to tell, what was it that made you say, I'm going to take what I have and I'm going to put this thing together and do what I can to help? Because it sounds like all of you are already helping people, but now you're doing it under the banner of Cali Elite. What made you go from what you were doing to putting it in this particular type of format?
Well, I guess I can answer that as well. So honestly, I've been around these two, Daniel and Dwayne, since I moved here, I say pre-pandemic. And, you know, being in the pandemic, you sit in the house, and then, you know, we've been enjoying our family time, which I would say, I mean, this pandemic has brought us closer than, you know, I would say more of a brotherhood, I would say past brotherhood. If we could be beyond brothers, I think that's us. You know, if we can get in a space shuttle and go to space and make it back safely, I think that's what we'll do together as a vacation. But I was just sitting there. Like I said, he has said things to me while talking, just having conversations. Dwayne, as you know, we sit out in the yard and we doing lawn work, and, you know, and he has taught me things in the yard that I've never, because trust me, I was a city kid in Oakland and in Richmond, the Bay Area. It wasn't no yard. It was just rocks. And it was just whatever you can get out there. And I'm out there looking lost. You know what I'm saying? So he takes me. And he'll look at me outside looking at, yo, how am I gonna figure this out today? Like, I got a dead tree going on. How am I fix it? I be sitting out there tearing it up. Now, when I say that, tearing it up, he'll get over there. Hey, let me help you out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes people like that to realize, okay, you know what? And then I would just sit there, and then, like I said, I mentor, you know, his son, you know, they come, like I said, I turned my garage into a gym. You know what I'm saying? These gym fees was out crazy. So I got a Olympic weight bench. I got the mats. I got the resistant bands, the Vertimax type deal. Whatever you want in my garage, I got it. Peloton, we working out. You know, we laughing, we giggling, and we doing push-ups. Push-ups in with everything. But and I was watching, what was I watching? It was a documentary on a sports team, and then on top of that, I was watching with the wifey. We was watching BMF, the 50 Cent thing, and we were just looking at how these people, because she's from Detroit. So I'm like, man, that's crazy how these Detroit people be acting crazy. And I was like, you know what? I texted them after I had the idea. Hey, you guys want to join a nonprofit with me? And they was like, I'll be honored. You know, and I'm like, okay. So once I got the green light, I went to LegalZoom. I'm sorry, I don't believe in doing a lot of outrageous legal paperwork without being legally advised, because again, we know how this world is, and we know the process. If you enter the wrong number or you write the wrong verbiage. So I believe in getting the right verbiage, because again, the Army taught me that, to make sure your verbiage is right. So LegalZoom handled everything, the 501c3 application, the nonprofit corporation paperwork, and it got done in 10 days. Everything. I got the EIN number. I got everything. I mean, you pay the price, of course, you know what I'm saying? But again, instead of wasting your time asking people how you figure out an application, I just went straight to the source, you know what I mean? And it's been rolling ever since. And ever since, all the paperwork been rolling in. I got the binder with all the information, and we've been planning and moving. And we actually gonna like I said, work with Gary and them the 4th of December, feed the homeless. And I decided, hey, let's make it the first Cali Elite, you know, socks and blanket drive. But again, Dwayne's wife was like, you should, the homeless people like socks. And I was like, I never thought about it. You know, I was thinking of the blankets or some clothes. I was like, well, you know what? Let's roll with it. Socks and blankets. Let's get them warm for the winter. You know, we're going to help out and deliver socks and blankets and feed them all at one time. So I'm all about caveat, and I'm all about collaborating. Most importantly, teamwork. I'm all about making a team. It could be 30 of us together, but we're going to sit down and plan how all 30 of our organizations going to handle A, B, C, all the way through Z. So this could be a successful event. And like I said, the Army made me have OCD. So being on time is late. Being on early is on time. So you got that right. So I like to go according to the thing, you know, schedule, and let's make it happen orderly. And I'm big on that. And we're all big on being on time. We hate being late.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes.
So and that's pretty much it on how we really like got started.
And that's amazing. I'm glad that y'all are sharing this, because like I said, there's somebody sitting who's thinking, oh my God, I just don't know how to do it. Well, listen, during the pandemic, I started some things too. That's how I ended up on social media with these couple of different platforms that I have, because, you know, they say that necessity is the mother of invention. And I wanted to be in touch with the community. We had an organization, but we previously were doing it through community events. But now when the pandemic hits, and listen, wasn't nobody coming out, and I didn't want to be out. So, but everybody was sitting at home in front of that blue screen. And so I'm sure there's somebody with some ideas, and I'm hoping that you're getting motivated just listening to these guys. And just, we'll chop it up after we get off the air, but I want to link my organization with yours so that we can start doing some work together. Now, for anybody who has a nonprofit and does the kind of things that Cali Elite is doing, you need some money. So I'm hoping that you can tell us while we're on the air, how can, like somebody like me, you know, I might want to cash app you tonight. You know what I mean? Somebody might have $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, and they want to be a blessing, because you're a 501c3, they can write it off. So how can they give you some money?
Well, I can answer that question as well. Well, typically I set up a little payment platform, of course, through Cash App, linked to the business bank account, and it goes directly there. So that Cash App is Cali Elite Inc. $ Cali Elite Inc. Right now, I'm still working on doing the PayPal thing to go through there, and then of course, you can write a check to Cali Elite Inc. and it'll be deposited into the business account. And then, like I said, after all donations are made, I formally have this thank you letter that I email you guys out, and just to, explain, so you have this receipt of what you've donated and stuff like that. And I've also been working closely with she's in Chesterfield, but she's been very helpful. I would say I have to give a shout out to her, Nicole Reed, for Nicole Reed's Real Estate. She's doing big things. She even reached back and say, if you guys need credit worthiness classes and financial classes and even real estate class, let her know up in advance, and she will come up this way and teach. She was actually our first donor for $1,000, and I thank her again for that. And she also has this radio platform with ESPN Richmond and The Choice Radio. So she did an interview with me. I spoke about Cali Elite and on both platforms with her. And she also offered, for those who donate over $1,000, that she will, add you to her radio. She will do an interview with you and put you on The Choice Radio and ESPN Richmond. So, she added that to my sponsorship letter. So she, those who donate over a certain amount, that she's willing to give you an interview and actually put you on those bigger platforms and podcasts. So I know her ESPN Richmond, it airs on Wednesday mornings at 6 a.m. and The Choice Radio, she does it Thursday. Her hour slot is Thursday at 2 p.m. So she'll do 30 minutes of speaking real estate, and the last 30 minutes is whoever she's interviewing. And so she's been very, very helpful. So, if you're looking for any in the Chesterfield, Richmond area for like real estate questions, and she does more than just real estate. And she's been helping. I've also, previously this year, I helped her son get into Virginia Preparatory Academy,
Oh, wow.
And not as talented, but he was a respectful kid. I had the coach for Virginia Prep called me and said, hey, coach, I need some players, and I had some troublesome players. And I told him, hey, you can have this kid, but you're going to have to watch this kid 24/7. But if you want your yes, sir, yes, ma'am kids, I have 2 of them. Right. And he took both of the yes, sir, and yes, ma'am kids and left the knuckleheads alone. And those are the kids that are coachable, and when you can coach those kids to be, better players, they're going to be better citizens. They're going to be better people in the community. If you can take those kids, those yes sir, yes ma'am kids out in the community to hand out turkeys, hand out toys, hand out jackets, when they make it, after they progress their skills and want to work hard and make it to the next level, they're going to be the ones coming back to the community, giving back to your organization, giving back to the community, giving those jackets out, when on that $1 million contract, when they get to the league or whatever they play. So that's what I want to teach. And that's why I said I'm good on the sports side. They're good on the off the court side. And then we all come together and we just make it one big family, on and off the court, and making sure these kids,
Well, that's great. Well, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to come right back to you, brother. I see you about to say something. I don't have the reach that the Richmond ESPN station has, but I do have a reach. So for anyone who will donate $500 to Cali Elite, and they'll verify with me that you've done that, you can they'll let me know. We will do a feature on you and your business, and we'll set up to do it any kind of way you want to do it. And maybe at one of our future events, we'll let you get a free booth. But we'll have something for you if you make a donation of at least $500 to Cali Elite. And the Cash App information is right there on the bottom of your screen right now. $ Cali Elite Inc. That's right at Cash App. All right. Go ahead, brother. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, I was just going to add in. So we're also working to get our foundation added to the Facebook charitable organizations. So then people will be able to create their own fundraisers on Facebook to get money for our organization. So hopefully we should have that up and running by next week.
And don't forget to list yourself on Givelify also.
Yes, I saw that today when I was searching. Yep.
Yeah. And Miss Nisha Hill, I think it's Nisha Hill or Hall. I hope I'm bouching your name. Thank you. She sent me the information. I actually listed us in the Virginia Black Black Business Directory today. So we're
yeah,
up
that's Nisha
here.
Hall. Yeah.
So she was she messaged me and walked me through it today, and I got us all signed up. So we're active there as well. So
you're in good hands.
yes,
you're in very good hands. Nisha gets it done.
Yes.
If she tells you she's going to do something, it will be done.
Gotcha.
I appreciate that. Yes, sir. This has been awesome, brothers. I am so grateful that you guys have taken the time this evening to tell us something about Cali Elite. I am excited, and you guys are really just starting formally anyway. I hope I will be around to be a part of your success story. I want to tell you right here on the air that if you have any need of me, and my organization is called Heart for the Community Initiative, and you can find us on Facebook. We're coming to YouTube soon. All right. But Heart for the Community Initiative, anything that we can do, we absolutely will do with you. Now, for those of you who are in our audience, our live audience, I'm going to give you a few moments. If you have a question or some comments for Cali Elite, if you'll go ahead and quickly list that in the chat, that way we can get it to them while we're still on the air. I just want to give my brother Dwayne an opportunity. He's been sitting there so patient and quiet, and it seemed like it was a couple times he wanted to say something. So Dwayne, I wanted to give you an opportunity to get a few things off your chest. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you, Carl. Well, I'm having bad service right now. I'm sitting outside in my car. So y'all are cutting in and out. But I think Jeff and Daniel has said everything that we embody about Cali Elite and our mentorship program. So I don't have anything else to add. I just, like I said before, thank you for your platform. Everyone who is going to donate, thank you all in advance for your donations. Those who want to support and link up with Cali Elite, thank you in advance for reaching out and lending a hand. We can do more. One can only do so much. Two can do a lot more, but with a whole group of people, we can get a lot accomplished. So just
you muted yourself, brother. There you go.
There you go.
All right. We appreciate you. So we don't have any questions or comments from the audience just yet, but we do have a few people on live with us. So for those of you who are on, if you have a question or comment for Cali Elite, we want to make sure we respect their time. They might have some dinner waiting on them. Evangelist Stephanie, hello. Go ahead.
Hello.
What'd you say? Oh, man. So listen, I want to thank you guys for your time. Like I said, this won't be the last time. When you guys get something on your schedule and you're trying to push that out, please let me know. We'll bring you back on, and we'll pump it up through the platforms that I have. And like I say, anything that my organization can partner with your organization to do for the community, we are absolutely 100% down for it. All right.
Gotcha.
So thank you, Mr. Jeff, Mr. Daniel, and Mr. Dwayne. This is Cali Elite, and I listed it wrong. It's not Cali Elite Athletics. It is Cali Elite. Yes. And we've been running that information at the bottom of your screen for you to get in contact with them. You can email them at CaliEliteInc@gmail.com. You can hit them up on IG at Cali_Elite_training. You can call my man Jeff at 540-310-8377. Or of course, you can go to their website. I'm not even gonna try to say all that, but you got it. All right, brothers. Thank you for your time and thank you for what you're doing. All right. To the Carl Conversations audience, until next time, may God bless you and may heaven smile upon you. Good night.
Amen.